Is Dalvin Cook cooked? Where is he going to go? Where is DeAndre Hopkins going to go? Let's talk about it. So we're back with another video, and I'm kind of confused on why. Well, maybe not so much confused. I thought this would be settled by now. You want these players to go through an offseason with a new team to kind of eliminate that ramp up. But then at the end of the day, these two guys are veterans. They've been in training camps. They've been in big games. So I'm not like that surprised. And if anything, maybe they're waiting for an injury to happen or just the right situation with contracts. But I just thought this would be done by now. I don't know why, but it's still lingering. So I wanted to talk about where can Dalvin Cook, where should he go? And then maybe where's like a kind of a dark horse team that may end up signing him that would be just a great spot for him to go. And I want to do the same thing with DeAndre Hopkins. But before we go into these teams, let's just talk about their seasons last year. Starting with Dalvin Cook, I mean, he did have an injury that ran into this offseason. He went and had surgery. I can't remember if it was like his shoulder or something in his lower body. I'm blanking on it right now. But anyways, if you look at his stats, like I didn't even know he had this good of a season, to be honest. You have 265 carries, 6th in the NFL, over 1,100 yards, 6th in the NFL. You get one more 6, he's in the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a good season. 8 rushing touchdowns, not bad. Just for someone who I think people are just counting out and saying that he can't bring value to a team. I just think that's kind of ridiculous. Anywhere he goes, he is going to bring veteran presence. He's going to bring versatility. And he's just going to bring like a different element to the rushing attack of wherever he ends up going. But like I said, he just had a really decent season. Not even decent. He had a good season. He had a really good season. And I just want to see where he could go next. So the first team that I think he should go to. Let's get this man on the Baltimore Ravens. Like, wouldn't this not be a perfect like match made in heaven? The Baltimore Ravens live through the rush game. Yes, they bring in Todd Monken, and I'm sure that's going to open up Lamar through the air. At the end of the day, though, their strength is the run. J.K. Dobbins, yes, when he was on the field, he looked pretty good, and he's had a full offseason, or he's hopefully going to have a full offseason where his injuries can fully heal, and he can be J.K. Dobbins of old. But if you've seen the news, he ain't there. Like, he's not at camp. He's doing a hold in, hold out. My guy, you've played like 15 games your whole NFL career, like something along those lines. The point is, I don't trust him. I don't trust him to be healthy. I don't trust him to be there. And why not bring in a guy like Dalvin Cook, who, worst case scenario, is a yin to the yang of J.K. Dobbins. I think that'd be a really, really great duo to have in the backfield. And you still have Gus Edwards for some depth. The other guy from Oklahoma State, the shifty one, I'm forgetting his name. But I think this would be a great landing spot. Dalvin wants to go to a place where he can compete for a ring. And I think maybe Baltimore wasn't in that conversation until they got the deal done with Lamar. But now that that's done, I mean, I think this is a no-brainer, is what I'm trying to say. But you have Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Odell Beckham. You add another star like this, it just can take this offense to the next level. And if injuries were to happen, hopefully Dalvin's there as that insurance piece. You know what I'm saying? So this is where I think he should go. I think it'd be a great spot. Ravens were in the playoff last year with Snoop. Like, they are still in that contention to make a run. Where I think there could be a little bit of a dark horse. Probably not going to happen. But what about the Colts? I mean, Jonathan Taylor also had injury concerns last year. They bring in, what's his name, the OC from Philly, who got Miles Sanders to have one of his best career years on the ground. You have Jonathan Taylor already, so you know he's the number one guy. I don't think anyone's bringing in Dalvin Cook to be number one, but more of a compliment to maybe a younger back. And just him, Jonathan Taylor, AR, like, I think that would be a great rushing attack overall. All those guys can make really big plays, home run hitters. And then you still have Michael Pittman and Josh Downs and Alec Pierce, a really good offensive line. They made some improvements on left tackle, going to get Raymond. You have Mo Alley Cox and Jelani Woods at tight end, and a stout defense. Like, I think this would also just be a good place, like a sneaky team to maybe watch out for. There haven't been any reports about this connection. This is just for me. This is what I think could be cool if it happened. Those are the two teams I think Dalvin Cook should go to, and just like a dark horse space for him to end up, surprisingly. But let's look at DeAndre Hopkins now. Okay, last year, 93 targets, 64 receptions, 700 yards. Like, not terrible for not having a quarterback most of the season. He dealt with his own injuries. The team was bad. The team is bad. So I think that him still being 31 years old, no, not the best, but you saw how Larry Fitzgerald was still productive late in his career. Like, there have been plenty of receivers who played well into their 30s and still were able to contribute in a big role. You know what I'm saying? So a couple places that I think he could end up. We all know the news reports of him visiting Tennessee, visiting the Patriots, all that. I'm not going there. One place I think he should go. It's not flashy. Nobody wants to go to Cleveland for fun, but this team is actually building something that I am a big fan of. You already know on defense, Myles Garrett and company. You got Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, Grant Delpit, JOK. Like, they have guys on defense, and this offense is really coming together. They go trade for Elijah Moore. Deshaun Watson's going to have a full offseason. Kevin Stefanski, like, don't forget, this guy took this team to the playoffs and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, this team was there, and they took a step back because of the whole Deshaun Watson thing and the court and the legal and the massages, whatever. But now that things are settled, the chemistry is starting to build. You go get Elijah Moore from the Jets. You draft Cedric Tillman from Tennessee, who I think they want to be their big body number one wide receiver, because I think they're lacking that. Amari Cooper can be a number one. Yes, he's getting older, and he's a little bit undersized. Not really, but he's just a smaller receiver. Whereas Cedric Tillman being 6'3", 6'4", can fly. I think that that's who they want to eventually move into that spot. But he's also coming off an injury. Let him wait, sit, learn. Bring in D-Hop, who can just be that bona fide stud on the opposite side of Amari Cooper. Elijah Moore in the slot. You still have Donovan Peoples-Jones, Anthony Schwartz to take the top off the defense. And then you have Nick Chubb. Like, this offense already goes through the run as well. And to have that extra juice, I just think would be perfect. And it would really round out this offense to get back to where they were a couple years ago. That's where I think he should go. Sneaky team that could come in and surprise some people. Boom. Does this work? I'm actually trying this out for the first time. I don't know why I chose that noise. If y'all heard it, if y'all didn't hear it, just ignore that. But like the big lights, LA. D-Hop, I think, would love to be a part of a bigger market. Houston, Arizona, like, you don't think flashy and big time and big games. That's LA. And you know what LA went and did? Other than give away all their picks to go get players to win a Super Bowl, congrats to y'all. But they went and signed Allen Robinson last year, who I think they wanted to come in and just be that complement to Cooper Kupp. Cooper in the slot, him on the outside, big body receiver. That's what D-Hop is, except he's actually going to do something. Unlike Allen Robinson, who they traded away to Pittsburgh. I don't know what's going on with that guy, but I think D-Hop could come in and kind of just give this offense the juice that it no longer has, or it lost when whenever the Cooper went down, when Stafford went down. But again, I know D-Hop wants to go compete and he wants to be able to have a chance to make a run. And yes, he wants money, I'm sure. But imagine the endorsement deals and the bigger opportunities you could get out in LA. So I think this would be a perfect spot. Him, Van Jefferson, Cooper Kupp. Do they have Robinson still on this team? Oh, that's DeMarcus Robinson. My bad. So yeah, I just think he'd be a great complement to what they have going on. Stafford, big arm, can get the ball downfield or just jump balls for D-Hop in the end zone. And I think this would just, again, be one of those places where it's probably not going to happen, but I think it would be a great, like, sneaky team ad for them to go and just scoop out from the competition and land D-Hop. So that's the video today. And we'll be back later on. Off-season vids coming. This is a newer channel. If you haven't been to our main one, go check that one out. Just Real Friends in Football. And yeah, we will catch y'all in the next one.